You must not waste time, Doctor.
I've been thinking about it very hard. I need to contact...
Yes, we know, Doctor. You need to consult the APC net again.
That's right. There is a way.
Well, proceed. Doctor! We are watching your every move and monitoring your every thought.
Z over P times log 3596 equals...
Cosine 4732.
Well, it doesn't look too difficult. Well, don't stare at me. This is a very delicate operation. Makes me nervous. Well, that seems to be it. Right? Right. Now hold your breath for what it is you fellows hold. This is a tricky bit.
Not quite sure what the Doctor's up to in this one. The time invasion. Or the invasion of time. I feel this story for me is the turning point. I think we're probably approximately halfway through Tom Baker's time as the Doctor. And I've always visualized the Tom Baker era as being in three distinct sections. You've got Tom the First, which is, his first 2 or 3 seasons. And then you've got Tom the Second, his middle period, and Tom the Third, his final period. And there's a very subtle, or in some cases not so subtle, change in the Doctor, I think, in those 3 sections. The first Doctor being quite gritty, serious. I say the first Doctor, the first part of Tom Baker's Doctor. The second part being a little bit more jokey, perhaps a bit more flippant, using abject humour. And then the final Tom, quite a dark, mysterious interpretation. And I feel this story is the crossover between Tom the First and Tom the Second. I hope that makes some sort of general sense. But maybe you disagree with me. And if you do disagree with me, please let me know. I'd be delighted to hear from you. But yes, it's a brave idea, I think, for them to have made the Doctor the baddie in this one. Of course, it works out in the end that he isn't the baddie. And I think the structure of this one is in some ways similar to the Seas of Doom, with a 4-parter followed by a 2-parter. It was the other way around for the Seas of Doom. But those sort of shimmering creatures we saw there were the Vardens, who I think were also brought back for a First Doctor companion chronicle. Leela, we saw there, looks like she's joined a band of rebels. And looked like there was a Chancery Guard in the TARDIS with K9, who I think has a bit of a fling with Leela. But yes, the Doctor is very odd in this one, and again, it kind of does sort of suggest to me that sort of crossover from the more serious Tom to the more flippant, sort of humorous interpretation, which I hasten to add is no less effective in my opinion. But I do see a distinct difference. And I feel this story is perhaps the catalyst. But there are subtle changes, I think, throughout this season, as we will have seen. But yeah, quite an odd story to end the season. I seem to recall some very extensive TARDIS scenes, which were perhaps filmed in the local hospital. It did look like they were filmed in the local A&E. But why not? The TARDIS can be anything it wants to be. So why not a hospital?